A lot happens in the UFC and MMA world every week, and some newer stars are coming up on the horizon. We have had Paddy Pimblett take over the world recently, and another fighter seems to be on the climb. So stay tuned to today's video as we discuss, is Ian Garry the next UFC superstar? First up we have Ian Garry. I'm going to be a superstar. Ian Garry is nicknamed The Future and seems to be taking his name literally. He is an Irish fighter and made his debut back in November of 2020. We're now in 2022 and he is still on the rise. Claiming to be a new superstar of the UFC, he's been regarded as one of the top new fighters in the UFC and seems to be the best thing to come out of Ireland regarding the UFC since Conor McGregor. He has a Florida-based camp for his fights and seems to be getting good results across the board. The guys I'm surrounded by here are the elite of the elite, so it's only going to benefit myself to throw myself in the fire with the best guys in the UFC and the best guys in Bellator, just some of the best fighters on the planet. Also, if you look at the coaching staff, they are elite and they're absolutely amazing. And just to pick up little small technical tweaks that can change my game and make it better is amazing. He also went on to talk about the pressure of his rise. He's clearly growing into the public eye, but spoke about how the pressure gets him going. I embrace the pressure. Any hype about me is there for a reason. It's there because I've shown up every time. I've backed up what I've said and put on a show and made a statement, and now I have this hype behind me. It seems like Ian Garry is heading into the big leagues and is on track to become the next superstar. There are many other fighters that are above him like Paddy Pimblett, but clearly things are going well in his career. Let us know down in the comments below as his career is heading in the right direction. And now we have some other UFC news. Next, is Khamzat ready for this fight? As Khamzat will be replaced by Edwards in the fight with Usman, people are saying he hasn't trained enough for this match. It's going to be a tough one for both sides, but it looks like Khamzat is more than ready to enter the octagon against Usman. The current fight is between Edwards and Usman, but of course, if things change, Khamzat said he is ready to take on either side. Khamzat Chimaev is always in the news talking about a big game, but can he get the win against either Edwards or Usman? What do you think? Let us know in the comment section down below. Din Thomas recently suggested that if either Usman or Edwards were to pull out of this title fight, Chimaev would replace one and face either one of them. Before Thomas could complete his question and ask whether Chimaev would be willing to step in, the Chechnya-born Swedish fighter said he would be up for it. Expressing his willingness to fight Edwards or Usman if their fight falls apart, Chimaev said, "I'm ready." Borz has consistently emphasized he's willing to face anyone in the UFC welterweight division, be it Colby Covington, Leon Edwards, or Kamaru Usman. Furthermore, during the UFC 273 post-fight press conference, UFC President Dana White indicated that Chimaev could face Covington next. What do you think about all this? Let us know down in the comment section below. This year is already off to a great start with the UFC, and we could even see someone like Jake or Logan Paul enter the octagon. Now we have why Gilbert Burns was Khamzat's biggest challenge. Recently we saw the fight with Khamzat and Burns, but it was seemingly Khamzat's biggest challenge yet. He looked very vulnerable in the match, and it was the first time we've seen him like this. Though he eventually won the fight after some grueling rounds with Burns, he clearly could have done way better and avoided some seriously dangerous moments. In the end, he blamed himself for his mistakes and headed off for some advice from his coaches. "I was too excited to knock him out," Chimaev explained at the UFC 273 post-fight press conference. "I was saying to everybody all week I was going to knock him out in one round. I tried to knock him out. That was wrong for me from the beginning. The guy was tough. I didn't accept that. From the first second to the last second, I tried to finish him. Next time, I'm going to work to be a little bit smarter. I'm going to smash somebody." It wasn't something surprising from him, but it was wrong for me. My coach told me all the time, "You love to throw down and work more technically. I just want to take his head off. Next time, I'm going to work for that." It's nice to see him not blame anyone else for his own failures. He knows that he could have done better and knows that he can improve as a fighter and as a man. He went into the fight too overzealous and ready to win. He needed to take his time and figure out the match. Instead, he went head first and it only just managed to get him the win. Now we have, is Henry Cejudo returning from retirement? It's looking like Henry Cejudo is returning to the UFC as he has returned himself into the USDA drug testing pool this past week. This obviously points to him coming out of retirement for a new fight. However, even before this, he tweeted a message that pointed towards exiting retirement. He posted on Twitter following UFC 273, "I'm getting back in the pool." Henry will focus on his fight and training. Abdelaziz told ESPN, "He never stopped training. I truly believe Henry can come back back to win the bantamweight title and go up to featherweight and win that. He will be the only fighter in the UFC history to win 3 world titles. He seems to have his sights set on that featherweight division, which makes a whole lot of sense. He has been inspired to come back after watching the latest featherweight fight between Alexander Volkanovski and Chan Sung. He clearly saw this match and just wanted to get back out there. What do you think about it? Let us know down in the comment section below. He was all over Twitter posting about that match, so you can see he is excited to get out of retirement and back into that octagon. Hopefully he comes back soon, as he will need to get back on his training and get ready for his upcoming fight. Finally, we have Logan Paul wants to enter the octagon against who? Recently, Jake Paul has been talking a lot about wanting to get into the UFC and fight some big names, but his brother Logan hasn't really spoken much about his brother or himself entering the sport. Logan has gone from boxing to recently being a part of the WWE. He had his first match against the Mysterio family, and it went super well. Regardless of how fans might feel about Paul beating Mysterio, the fighting was great, and Logan was super good at his moves and playing the part. Now that Logan has done WWE and boxing, he's been talking about the UFC. He has no beef with anyone in the sport, but said he would love to fight against Paddy Pimblett. Pimblett has been trash-talking Jake for a long time now, and it would be awesome to see Logan fight him before his brother. There wouldn't be beef between the two, and it would just be great to see. Logan had a lot of nice things to say about Paddy and clearly respects him a whole lot. He spoke about how young and great he was and how he's rising up quickly. It would be a cool fight in our eyes. What do you think? Let us know down in the comment section below what you think about this possible matchup. It would be insane. And that's the end of today's video. The UFC just seems to get crazier and crazier. We have some crazy stories from these past few weeks, and it looks like things are just getting started. Hopefully the sport is getting back on its feet after a rough few months, especially late last year. If things are going well, it could be a great year for the UFC and its fighters. With Logan and Jake Paul possibly entering the UFC this year, there should be more and more fans heading over to the sport and becoming a part of the community. If the boxing community can be accepting of these new fans, the UFC community can as well. Hopefully you enjoyed this latest video. If you did, would you please let us know down in the comment section? It would be very helpful. Make sure to like the video, comment down below, and of course, subscribe to the channel with the notification bell rung. Thank you for watching today's video. Bye.